Get funky.
All right, here we are, and welcome to the Bizz. We're all up in it, and I'm back at you here. I'm Daniels, D Money.
And I'm A.A. Ron coming to you from San Diego.
Oh, all the way down there.
Thunder down
Right?
under.
So, what is it tonight? What are we getting into tonight?
Tonight we're talking about why black men are catching all the legal cases in professional sports.
So, black athletes. Why are black athletes catching all the cases? Yeah. All right. Let's get it.
We're dominant in all the sports. I think I can say that without being attacked. For the most part.
For the most part. I mean, baseball is now being dominated
Baseball
by...
is Latin. But
right.
why are we catching all the cases? You got Ray Rice, your boy.
Yeah.
From your what does he play for? He played for the Ravens.
Played for the Ravens. That's not a Ravens hat, buddy. Okay.
That guy beat his girlfriend, and I do love how everything changed once we saw that video.
True,
Never saw
indeed.
Ray Rice again.
True indeed. And it's funny because there have been other athletes who have been accused or allegedly accused of committing offenses, and they show back up in the NFL. So what are the differences? Why are some brothers getting caught and they're gone? Like, you're right, we didn't see Ray Rice again after that video.
Well, she didn't press charges, so they're still
together. She married him like 3 weeks later.
Yes, they're together. So
that's a whole nother
bad
show.
PR. That's a whole different show. But that's PR. That his name was tied to the NFL. So you get guys like that. You get guys like recently Rashad Breeland from the Chiefs caught a case.
He did.
Smoking weed at the gas station.
Which is not a good idea to have any type of incendiary device
at the gas station.
At the gas station.
And you can't smoke and drive. Side note, people, it's a DUI.
Yes.
He caught a case, resisting arrest. He just got paid. The dude got a $5 million extension. Why can't you just smoke yourself stupid at home?
I don't understand. You would think that they'd be smarter than that. I mean, just you work so hard to get to this point in the NFL. Why would you do something that's going to keep you, have you moving backwards to get you out of the NFL?
That's the question I rack myself up with it every day. I don't know why these guys are catching kids.
Right, so
Telvin Smith.
Telvin Smith, another one.
Former linebacker for the Jaguar, got caught sleeping with a 17-year-old girl on several occasions. He tried to pay her off. That's not the NFL's fault. That's not Jacksonville's Jaguars' fault.
Jacksonville's fault, not at all, right? And neither was Ray Rice. That wasn't the Ravens' fault. But still, why is it the brothers? Why is it the brothers?
And why do they think this is normal? I don't think this is normal, because the minute you see these stories, I'm like, where's all the common sense?
All right. So are we trying to identify, I know someone mentioned one time when we brought this up, childhood trauma. I mean, I guess things that happen in your childhood could influence your behavior as you become an adult. If you grow up in an abusive home, it's not, out of the realm of possibility. And sometimes it even happens eventually that you may become an abuser too. You have the likelihood of you becoming an abuser yourself if you live in an abusive household, right? The likelihood increases. So do we stick it on that? Do we just say, okay, all these guys had some type of trauma and they're,
at some point in your life, don't we say you should know better, or right from wrong? You never heard Andrew Luck beating his wife with his neck beard. They paid that dude $100 million.
Right, and still walk the straight and narrow.
Think Russell Wilson. They paid him $140 million. Sierra might be beating him. He ain't touching Sierra.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, and you've got other dudes like, as much as I don't want to give him any more press, AB. Like, AB is out there, all type
That's,
of
that's
sexual
at least 8 shows
misconduct problems, right? And
in
then
his show.
and not only that, then he's on Instagram, or I forget which social media platform he was on, where he was yelling at his wife and the police had come. I'm like, so
Instagram.
yeah, I guess that question is like, why do they think this is a norm? Why do they think it's normal behavior? Was it part of their upbringing?
I think, money doesn't change. People just sort of turns the volume up on who you already are. Because using the AB situation, she called the police because there was a domestic issue going on. He started filming on Instagram Live. He posted it.
Well, he kind of likes the spotlight anyway. It's interesting because I was watching just recently watching the Aaron Hernandez documentary, The Mind of Aaron Hernandez, right, on Netflix. And there's a gentleman on there who is a friend of Odin Lloyd's, and he even says, when you get away with stuff, when you do something bad and you get away with it, you start to feel like you're untouchable. So you've got these dudes running around. You've got, I guess Ray Rice
with millions of dollars.
Yeah,
God but, complex.
You've got AB out there. Who knows how many times he's done what he's been accused of before he started getting caught. He did it once, he got away with it. Oh, I'm the man, now I can keep doing it, right? You got Telvin Smith out there doing the same thing. I mean, Kareem Hunt, didn't they catch him on camera like kicking his girlfriend or something? Is that normal? How many times did he do that before he got caught?
He didn't kick her. He punted her.
Oh. Let's get the proper football term.
Yes, he punted his girlfriend. The God complex, I guess it is real, but everybody, well, not everybody, I can say it, minimum wage in the NFL is $400,000 a year. Most of these guys aren't making that at your new job right out of the gate.
True.
We're going to start you at $400,000.
Let me tell you, you give me $400,000, I'm going to be the model employee. All right. Yes. I wouldn't have to be in Belichick's system to be on the straight and narrow. $400,000 a year, I'm on anybody's system. Let's do it. So
it's a combination of thinking the money is endless. If you think about it, it's really easy to spend $1 million. These days, you could spend $1 million. That's like a yacht and a half.
Yeah, you sound like you have experience on spending $1 million. Maybe I'm in the wrong business.
No. Well, maybe different story. Yeah, but
right.
It's easy to spend $1 million. We're both live in California. That's half a house.
True.
It's not hard to spend that kind of money. And you've seen like MTV Cribs. These guys have 40 cars. You can only drive one at a time. Fun fact. And the garage is stacked with cars,
right?
But where's the common sense? Look at Shaq. He's worth $400 million or something like that, but he's by all accounts a really good guy.
Right.
He's retired.
So what's the difference between Shaq's daily normal and Antonio Brown's daily normal? Like, at what point does Antonio Brown say, what I'm doing is okay? I'm okay with what I'm doing. I'm gonna, Ray Rice punched his lady out, and then what? Did he go grab a beer the next day? Was he chilling the next day? How do you?
He probably did go grab a beer, but once that video got out, the crocodile tears come. He starts saying the right things because somebody's telling him to say the right things, which leads me to believe, did you already know what the right things were? You just were in your own Kanye mode, drinking your own,
drinking your own juice.
And it's, I don't know. It's something we see every year. How about this? These two guys that we just mentioned, Breland and Smith. These guys, they're not playing football right now because it's off season. They're not in uniform. They're just regular guys, but they keep catching cases. The police aren't knocking on their door. They're knocking on the police office.
They really are. They're drawing that attention to themselves. And unfortunately, I mean, it's obviously bad for them. It's bad for the sport. But, we already live in a country that, has a different view of us as black men based on the type of media that gets put out there. Right.
Well, that is the view.
It is the View. It is the View, and because of what they're doing, it just perpetuates that. So it makes it bad for the Richard Shermans who went to Stanford, who can come out and put a sentence together.
But it's funny you mentioned Sherman because the clip they show is the clip where he was pumped up on the sidelines. He's yelling at the camera, but I'm like, he was pumped up at the moment. You caught him in the moment while he's doing his job. That's the clip they show.
Of Richard Sherman?
Of Richard Sherman. That's the clip that makes the news,
right.
Not Richard Sherman doing calculus on a whiteboard.
Right.
Right. But
so, they pick and choose what we see to sensationalize it, right?
True, but we also, isn't it our job to not give them the fuel?
Well, that's me and you.
Well, there's two.
Yeah, that's two people, right? That's you and me, but not everyone else is out there. I mean, your typical middle American, citizen is seeing, Ray Rice, Antonio Brown, Breland,
what they do.
Smith.
That's what
Kareem
they do,
Hunt, and they're like, yeah, that's what Black people do. That's these Black athletes. You know what I'm saying? So. Mm-hmm. This is a subject we could talk about for hours. Is there a clear-cut answer? Like, what is it that makes them think that this is normal? When Julian Edelman, let me tell you, when Julian Edelman earlier this year got arrested or got caught, did he get arrested? He get arrested for
he did get arrested
jumping on somebody's car. And when that happened, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, really, Julian Edelman? You know what I mean?
It is bad, but for two reasons. Because Julian Edelman's in his 30s.
True.
Like, are you really trying to be in the club in your 30s? I mean, some people, 40s, I'm going to the club. I mean, but I was more shocked that, he was at the club. I guess, I feel like you're supposed to age out of that in your 20s.
Well, he didn't know better. You gotta give Julian a break. In January, he's usually working. He's usually working in January.
He used to be a full-time employee.
Yeah, so he didn't know what to do with himself. But it's interesting you mentioned, he's over 30. Are most of these guys that are, the dudes we mentioned, Telvin Smith and Breland and Kareem Hunt, are they all in their 20s? Are they victims of being
they're a victim they're a victim of being 20 stupid with a boatload of dough. But there's a lot of athletes, same age, same company, NFL, that aren't doing this. That, are doing, they, by all accounts, are playing a violent game, but it's a pretty good gig, right, in terms of pay.
You would think. And you would think if they come from situations that, aren't ideal, let's say. You go to college, you do whatever you have to do, you grind, you make it to the NFL. I would think that because of all that hard work, you would start concentrating and, living your life about where you are, not from where you came from. And some dude just, you see it on the news.
Is there a difference between, there's not a big difference between 19 and 21 or 18 and 21.
Not really.
There's not a huge... Or at least for guys, there's not this huge 3-year growth,
right.
From 18 to 21. You can just vote and then drink.
Right. Right. We've hit our 2-minute warning, so let's wrap. Any final thoughts about our topic tonight? Why is it just the brothers? And it's not just the brothers, because Aaron Hernandez, but
he's classified. He might as well be.
Yeah, he might as well be.
Hernandez Johnson.
Sorry, Aaron Hernandez.
For me, I always put the onus on the defendant, if you will. We just got to be better. Literally, your job is on TV every Sunday. You got to be better on the field and off the field, because you control the narrative that's out there.
Yeah, I agree. I think at some point, I don't know, and maybe it's just my own belief, but I think as a man and also as a Black man, you have a responsibility. in some regard. Not that you have responsibility to every other black man in America, but you have to realize what you do in the public eye is going to be cast on all of us. And I don't know if that actually happens when somebody white commits a crime. You know, I don't know.
That's just the race we have to run.
Right? Does it happen when white athletes commit crimes? I don't know, because it doesn't happen that often, or we just don't hear about it. You know, I don't want to even go there. Ooh, that's the last thing I want to get into right now.
Well, it happens. Just I think they're outnumbered in sports.
So you think the reason why there's a prevalence of us seeing black men getting arrested on the news is because we dominate the sport? There's more of us. That's why we have.
Well, the statistic. I mean, yes, it's like if you're a police officer patrolling in a black neighborhood, by default, most of your interactions with the people of the city are going to be sort of one-sided.
Right.
You know, I'm on the black side of town, so.
So what happens? You know, if you're in LA and that happens,
it's Latin.
Exactly.
And the majority of the police force is Latin.
In LA.
White. In LA, they're Latin, not white. You know, so the whole racism thing isn't just black, white, black, white. No. There's other races out there. Fun fact.
True, there are. All right. Well, we're out of time for the night. It was a good topic. I really enjoyed that. We're going to come back with some more fun stuff on the Bizz. You know, always we are all up in it. So whenever something's going on in the news, we're going to try to get in here and talk about it. But yeah, man, great conversation. I loved it. The insights are always good. For all you people out there, you know, if you like, make sure you hit the like button down there and subscribe. Keep coming back because we're going to have good content for you, good conversation.
If you dislike, hit the like button.
Yeah, there's going to be none of that because we're going to keep it real. All right. Nobody beats the Bizz, and we're going to be all up in it. All right. We good? Till next time, make sure you like, hit the subscribe button. We out.